Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube live stream. Rob Howard, RJH. Welcome to those that are waiting. I think we had a few people waiting tonight, so welcome. Before I get going, busy week this week, 29th of where are we? Can't even remember what month it is. Good Friday today, isn't it? 29th of March. Opening, and we've had an absolutely rammed out week, all tackling the backlog. So forgive me if I'm a bit jet lagged looking. Not a lot of sleep this week. Busy across all sites. Lots of people wanting to get on two wheels, which is fantastic. So welcome everybody that's on the channel. Evening Andy, evening Lisa, Stefan, Redfish. So tonight's topic really is CBT, but what I want to do is talk about a particular topic tonight rather than sort of going off here and going off there and just see how we go. Yeah, got quite a few viewers there, 13, 14, 15 coming up to. If you're on like the video, please share it. It does help and it makes me think, yeah, I'll do it again. But tonight's topic, CBT. So getting a lot of questions on the YouTube channel about CBTs and what is it? Why do I have to do it? What can I do when, when I've done it? What do I need to bring? Loads of different questions. So I'm just going to go, back to the beginning and see how we go. And I will also, evening Dave, Daniel, also I will try and get through the questions as well, but a few of our instructors are on there, so it may be they can answer if I'm missing one, depending on how we go. So well done, thanks for joining. Please like and share the video, very, very important. So CBT, guys and gals, CBT, what is CBT? Compulsory basic training is what it is. It's not a test, although it's commonly known as a test. And will I pass it or will I fail it? No, you won't do either, but you need to achieve a standard to complete it. So CBT, compulsory basic training. That's tonight's topic. So please like the video and share it, get more people onto it. So CBT was introduced in 1990. So back in 1990, for those that can remember, a lot of our pupils actually come in now after 2000. Millennium kids, and oh blimey, it makes you feel old. Pre-1990, so back in my day, 17 provisional license, get onto a 250cc with L plates. Yeah, that was the law. In the 80s, all the Japanese imports were coming in, like the Yamaha RD250s, Honda CB 250s. Back in the day, the 250s were targeted the 17-year-olds who could get on one and ride without any training. And quite often, like me mates, I wasn't one of them, like me mates, Dad would take them down to the local dealership. In Cirencester, it was Peter Allen's. The Yamaha dealership is still there to this day, about third generation. Fantastic shop. So Dad, take them down to the shop. There you are, lad. There's your nice brand spanking new Yamaha RD250. Fantastic. Well, what's that, Dad? Well, that's a clutch, son. Clutch? What does the clutch do then, Dad? Well, you bring it in to let the change your gear. You let it out to go, and that's how they used to learn. The trouble is, no training, a lot of accidents and fatalities. So the CBT in 1990 was introduced because the 80s were dark days for bikers, certainly the youngsters. Interesting statistics since then, the accidents have been reduced by between 50 and 70%, so it is worthwhile. Okay, so CBT, it is not a test, but it is a course of safety, and it has worked. All right, so who has to do a CBT then? Somebody phones up, I don't have to do a CBT, I've got granddad rights, I can ride a 125. Nope, everybody has to do a CBT. One exception is, I've got a special guest coming on tonight. So special guest coming on tonight. All right. So it's not coming on via another screen or anything because I'm not that technical yet. Hi, Sylvia, Darren. It's not that technical. Please like the video, ladies and gents. Get more people onto it if you don't mind. It'll make me stay on longer. But I've got a special guest tonight. It's not on another screen. What I'm going to do is shift you over here, and they will appear just next to me, just like magic. Anyway, I'll leave that with you, and you can have a little think about who it is. Don't get too excited, though. You know, it's AKA Poodle. So anyway, you see that. Hey up the chief, Jason. Yeah, so CBT then is the topic. We do get a lot of questions on the YouTube channel. So it is CBT compulsory based training. Yeah, the one exception that doesn't have to do a CBT is if you passed your car test before February the 1st, 2001, you can ride a 50cc without a CBT, but everybody else has to do one. So if you pass your car test after then, you would have to do one. But that's only 50. Now, you have to do a CBT, get a certificate at the end of it, and it validates a provisional entitlement on your license. Get rid of that. You just take that, and it validates provisional entitlement on your license. So you don't need to keep it with you. You can carry it, pop it in a drawer at home or something like that. Has anybody ever seen a CBT certificate? Let's show you one. Because just like that. So those that are thinking about a CBT, this video will benefit you. That's what you get, CBT. Yeah, so keep it safe. If you lose it, you can only get one from the ATB that issues it, and there is a fee. So keep it safe. That validates your provision entitlement on your license. 16, you can ride your 50, and 17 above, you can ride your 125. Restrictions are L plates front and back, and you cannot carry a passenger. You cannot go on the motorway. All right, so it is a basic level. So CBT. So lots of questions on CBTs coming this way. So when you're ready, when is the CBT opening back? Well, we have been open since the 29th. 29th of March, we came out of lockdown 3. So we are up and running. Our 3 schools are up and running nationally. A lot of people didn't open on the 29th, as I said before in another video. I think it was because they didn't want to tax their bikes for the last 2 days of the month. They waited until the 1st of April. However, we are not that tight. We got in and got everybody in 29th and 30th and very, very busy CBTs. So why don't they extend CBT up to 300cc bikes? That's a very good question. I think a 125 is enough for now. Can't imagine going back to the days pre-1990, 250s without any training. So yeah, 125cc, don't think there's any plans of changing that. So when you pass, you can ride up to a 300 on an A1 license. Well, if you have an A1 license, if you have a full A1 license at the moment, you can ride a 125cc without L plates and no motorway, no passenger. So my advice, if you are over 19, is to do the A2 license. That's simple as that. 26th April in Scotland, yes. A little bit longer for you, Darren. That was announced. Yeah, doesn't CBT certificate also activate moped on a car license? Yes, well done, Simon. So full car license, before February the 1st, 2001, you can ride a 50 without a CBT. After that point, on a full car license, you need a CBT, but for a 50cc or a 125, but then on your full car license, you carry on riding your 50cc. Don't need to redo it. It's 50cc only. No L plates, no motorway. And you can carry a passenger on a 50. Would you want to? Don't think so. Good question, Andy. Thank you very much. Yes. And Hayden, yep, you've just answered my question. Good. Lots of questions coming through, guys. So I'll carry on with mine. So, yeah, what the CBT is. So what's involved in the CBT? 5 elements to the CBT. A, B, C, D, and E. You can't go from A to C to E. You've got to go A, you've got to go B, you've got to go C, you've got to go D, and you've got to go E. All right? Now, the 3 aims. There are 3 aims of your CBT, and that is when you get that certificate, which you have to work hard for, you can, the 3 aims are you will get the certificate on successfully completing it. You need to demonstrate that you're safe. You will therefore afterwards be able to contribute to improving road safety generally, which you will. A lot of car drivers come in and do a CBT and they go back home in the car and feel that they drive better. So CBT, should everybody do a CBT? That's a good question for you. And the third very important aim is that you will contribute to maintaining and that reduction in accidents. 50 to 7% accidents have been reduced by between 50 and 70% involving learning motorcyclists since the introduction in 1990. So it works. And we charge £170 for CBT, £199 a weekend, and it's best 200 quid you're going to spend. You learn lifelong skills. If the CBT is done properly, you learn lifelong skills. And we all want to be safer on the busy roads. So yeah, that's CBT, when it was introduced, why it was introduced, and the three aims. Still with us, ladies and gents, steadily increasing the viewers. So thank you very much. If you just tuned in, please like the video, please share the video, and wait for my special guest who sat at my side itching to get behind the screen. But I'm saying I'm having my minute. I'm having my minute. You can come on when I'm done. So he can wait, or she can wait. There you go. Is it a he or is it a she? Well, wait and see. So, CBT, 5 elements, A, B, C, D, and E. Element A then. Element A, what have we done then? So, you have a little bit of a chit chat about all of the, and anybody that's done a CBT that hasn't done this, then they can ask me why and so forth, or anybody that's thinking of doing a CBT, make sure where you book, if you don't book with us, make sure this is what you get. You pay your money, make sure you get a good CBT, because there's a lot of poor CBTs out there. So element A, introduction, aims, how the course is going to go and so forth. What's involved in element A then? It's talking about all your equipment you need to wear. So what you need to wear legally, like the helmet. So you've got to wear a helmet legally, unless, so all that's in the CBT. Different styles, materials, fasteners, stuff like that. Then you go on to the clothing, jackets, trousers, gloves, boots. So a bit of an open discussion. So if you've not done a CBT and you're thinking of doing one and you're thinking about going and buying all the gear, wait until you do your CBT. Because once you've done your CBT, you'll have a better knowledge about what you're going to go and buy. And in Northwich, we're on one of the biggest dealerships in the country, J&S. Absolutely fantastic. And there's a very nice young man in there, Adrian, who's the boss. He will look after you. So tell him that we sent you, RJH. He will look after you. Yeah, he gives you a very good service, and the selection, you've not seen anything like it. So anyway, element A, introduction, clothing, helmets, and all the gear, why you need to wear it, and what's going to happen if you don't wear it, stuff like that. So it's a really good good chat. That'll take about 45 minutes. Yeah, it takes you about 45 minutes. Element B on a CBT. So all these questions come in, well done. There's a lot of viewers that are thinking about a CBT. How many videos? We must have about 50, 60 or 70 videos on our CBT playlist. So if you're worried about what's, have a look at our videos as well, because I'll rabble on about it. Have a look at our videos. You can see all the CBTs in action. So where are we up to then? Element B. So after element A, you go on to element B. Now that has to be conducted on the approved training site. So if you're doing element B in the garage or element B in the container, that's not right. Your CBT element B needs to be on the approved site, because we can only conduct a CBT on an approved site. And, you know, that site needs to conform to the regulations that were set out when it was approved. Okay, such as we've got one, you have to have a cone on the grid, you have to have a barrier there, you have to have the gate closed when CBT is taking place. So element B should be done on the approved training site. Likes are going up, ladies and gents, so please keep liking the video. Thank you, and they get more people watching. Then what? You stir bike for familiarization, we call it, where you learn about all the controls. Okay, so what are the controls on the bike? You know, so at the end of it, you'll know where the brake is, you'll know where the clutch is, you'll know where the gears are, you'll know how this works, so you'll know how that works, you'll know you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that. So the good lot of understanding about the controls there. Then you do some maintenance, daily checks and weekly checks. Best cops we use: brakes, electrics, steering, tires, chain oil, petrol, suspension. So best cops. If you don't do any of that, then it's not good. So it's bike familiarization, daily and weekly checks, and also stands on and off the stands. Very important. Wheeling it around, bring it to stop on the front brake, and starting and stopping the bike. Element B. So bike familiarization, daily and weekly checks, stands, side stands, center stands, and wheeling the bike around using the front brake to stop. And also, what else did we say? We said starting and stopping, and that's element B. All right, so good. Lots of questions there. Let's have a look then. Let's give that a break a minute before we go on to element C. Now, I've done the CB twice and all day. Now I have done CBT twice and hold an A1 license. I believe I could ride a 1000 CBT bike to an A test. Yeah, I'm sure you could, Hayden. That's not incorrect information, mate. Incorrect information. Your A1 license will limit you to a 125cc. It will not allow you to ride anything more. So if you want to ride your 1000cc, give us a ring. We'll get it sorted for you. Darren, is it advisable to order full shin length boot to start with, or would they be too much? No, whatever's comfortable for you, mate. As long as you've got ankle protection boots, we will support that. That's fine. But you go with whatever is comfortable for you. Hader, I would love for bikers to stand up to the higher ups, but you don't. And you just conform. Well, I don't make the law, Aidan, and I run a business which does very well out of learner motorcyclists. We introduced thousands of learner motorcyclists. So I am very supportive of what goes on at this moment in time. But yeah, I'll go with that. That's your opinion, mate. Who else? Aidan, how much do you charge for me to do A tests and training? Past it. Yeah, go onto our website, Hader, www.rjhgroup.co.uk. Full price list there, mate. If you want a beginner's course, yeah, then you've got the prices there. If you want a little bit less, all the prices are there. Yeah, maintenance, Andy, I discussed the best cops daily and weekly checks. Simon, question: when you have people come back after 2 years from their last CBT, do you refresh a CBT? How much you? No, you still need to go through the whole process, Simon. Although you might get through the process a little bit quicker because it's a renewal. That said, we do get people coming back for a renewal, and because they've been riding on the road for a couple of years, they pick up bad habits, so it can take us as long. But the answer to that is there is no quick refresher course. You need to complete all of the elements, including the 2 hours on the road. So, you know, if a school's saying, yeah, we'll do a CBT renewal in a couple of hours, how they do that, I do not know, and I don't even want to go down that route, because a good CBT is going to take you 5 or 6 hours, whether it's a renewal or not. Okay. What scenic places close to Manchester would you say are recommended? Scenic places for riding. Lots of scenic places around Manchester. You've got South Manchester, North Manchester is all Lancashire, so maybe somebody else can add on to that. Close to me is Snake Pass. Brilliant, right? Good man, Andy. Yeah, maybe you can point your way at some good scenic routes. Yeah, so welcome everybody to the Friday live stream, 7 p.m. and I am very conscious that You know, viewers tonight might not be as strong as before because it is a lovely day out and a lot of people out and about now. So they might be out in the gardens taking advantage of the lovely sunny weather or the biking weather. So a lot of bikers out today. We've been working over in Northwich today. I've been doing an instructor training workshop all week. Got some instructors coming into the industry, and it has been so many bikers out on the roads. So yeah, doing well. We're not far off what we had on last week, so I'm pleased with that. So Element C CBT. You don't get to Element C CBT unless you've done A and B. So Element C, where we get you onto the bikes, and this is pitched this is a bit where we get you on the bikes now. So exercises like moving off and stopping, braking exercises at given points, stopping the control position, slow speeds. We do slow speed figure of eights. We introduce you to gears. We then do emergency stops, rear observations, U-turns, simulated junctions. Now that is the bit that is a juicy bit. That's the exciting bit where we get you on the bike, and that really is then fine-tuning you and getting you up to standard before we sort of consider getting you on the road. You know, Element C, a good Element C can take 3 or 4 hours. So if you do an Element C in an hour, oof, scary stuff. Scary stuff. And somebody said he was going to come on about gear changes. Said you want to go up to gear 1 and 2. Well, we've got a site that's approved, and we get people 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and that's probably on a typical CBT pad. Dave, one of my CBTs always only about 45 minutes renewal. Absolutely a horror story, Dave. And schools that are seen to be cutting the corners like that, the DVSA have, you know, got an enforcement team that do go about and have the authority to close schools down. One of the biggest reasons a school would get closed down is a short CBT road ride. You pay for the course, and the course is a minimum of 2 hours on the road, a minimum. So 2.25 hours is a sort of normal for us. Dave, ETS, have a coffee in the chat. I'll write your ticket and I can go and paint kitchen a bit naughty. Absolutely horror stories, Dave. Dylan Perks, my CBT is tomorrow and I'm not sure what they will ask me. Well, watch our videos, mate. They're all on there. But yeah, they will ask you a few questions, see what your knowledge is. But remember, it's not a test, mate. And I suppose it depends what sort of part of the process of the CBT you're at, which will depend what the questions could be. Question could be, have you got a bike? Could be that question. Or it could be, what does that sign mean? So where's your CBT? Dylan, tell us more. Or are you with RJH? Name doesn't ring a bell. Hey, William, thought you stopped by. Thank you very much, mate. Welcome. Please like the video, fella. It does help spread the word. And let me know how you found us on the video. Did it come up on your screen somewhere? Steve. Well done, Steve. Nice to see you again. Redfish. Thanks. It was me who asked about the gear changes. Yes. So first to second to third. Third to second to first should be a school CBT pad, the minimum requirement 80 by 30 feet, and an examiner would expect you to do 1, 2 to 3 to 2 to 1. So if you're only doing 1 to 2 and going on the road, it's not a good service, fella. It's not a good service. All right. So you know, it's not that difficult, but great. I'm glad. Any more questions, Redfish? Just you fire away, fella. Good time to get your eyes tested. Opticians have been, yeah, open. You see, I've got mine. Essex, bit far away for you to come to Manchester, Dylan, but I wish you well. Thanks for popping by. Do like the video and watch lots of our videos on CBT, so you can do a little bit of homework by tomorrow. But just relax, mate. It's not, you know, just show your instructor you're learning. show the instructor you got a nice attitude, and you will be absolutely fine. So element D, when you've completed element C, you know, when your instructor's happy that everything's been completed and that you're at a safe standard, then, you know, you go back into the office and you should then have a bit of dinner or whatever and talk through element D. Lots of topics on element D, like road surfaces, highway code, weather conditions, and things that will affect a bit of highway code. You know, what happens, you know, speed limits, progress, lots of different subjects. But then, you know, when everybody's happy, a mutual agreement, have a bit of a chit chat about the radio and how that works on the road. And when you go on the road, you'd be looking at roundabouts and junctions, traffic lights, pedestrian crossings, gradients and bends. But minimum 2 hours. Show the instructor you're safe. Show the instructor that you've got a good attitude on the road, and you will be absolutely fine. So, William, I was searching through YouTube while I was in the process of practicing my test and found our channel. Pretty much watched all of the videos whilst I wasn't out on the bike. Great. I'm glad to hear that, William, and I'm glad the videos are helping. So, have you passed your test now? Yeah? Thank you very much. So yeah, CBT. So a good CBT, you're looking, we start CBTs at 8 o'clock and we're not finished before 2 or 3 o'clock really. Renewals maybe 2-ish, but you know, 2 hours, remember 2 hours on the road. But we go at the pace of the pupil and we don't hang about. Redfish, I watched all your videos, including Model 1 and 2, and I recommend everyone does the same. They are very useful. Thank you very much. Yeah, we get a lot of viewers from all up and down the country. Yeah, well done, William. Pass your test. So what are you riding, mate? So we've got quite a few viewers and quite a few likes. Anybody that's just joined us, please like the video, because it does help. It spreads it out, gets more people watching. The more people that watch, the better it is. So CBT is the topic. Had quite a lot of discussion there running through that, but the sort of questions that people ask when they book, when they ring up and book, all the information is on our website, all the information is on our YouTube channel, everything on there. But we still get people phoning up and, you know, I want to book me CBT. Yeah, okay. When would you like to book it for? Yeah, well, I want to book it for next week for my son. Right, okay, yeah. How old is he? 16. Yeah, okay, book it. They pay for it and everything. They say, and they've not even got a license. So, first of all, anybody that wants to complete a CBT has to be 16 minimum. They have to have a license. Now, schools, 16 on Wednesday. Okay, you got your license, yeah. Come along on Tuesday and we'll do it all, and then I'll take you on the road on your birthday. No, that shouldn't be allowed, because your license is only valid from your 16th birthday. So you need to sit the CBT on your birthday or after, not before. Okay, so yeah, you got to have a license. And yeah, what footwear? You need sturdy footwear. Gotta have sturdy footwear. Do I need to bring me glasses? Yes, you do need to bring your glasses, because there is an eyesight check. You need to be able to read a number plate. These are the sort of questions that we get. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to bring any lunch. You must bring some lunch, because you need your brain to be fueled. You get brain tired. So even if you're not hungry, have a bit of food. Yeah, Stephen, great. I found your videos great. Continue to watch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What does RJH stand for? Well, RJH. What does that stand for? It stands for the best bike school in the Northwest. How's that? RJH. RJH. No, RJH is me. That's my initials. And that is me. So RJH is the initials of me, and I started the company in 2003. William, got myself a 650 and still come back to see more of you. Yeah, William, thank you very much. So we get a lot of people that pass through the channel. They from up and down the country, even abroad, people from abroad come over and that, but they pass up and down the country and they stay following us, and they keep coming back on, and you know, stay subscribed and keep at it, because you know, you're always learning. Just because you pass your test, it doesn't mean to say that that's you're not going to learn again. You're always learning. Passing your test, your learning starts after you've passed your test. So yeah, the main topic has been CBT. I've been giving you a little bit of a rundown about CBT, and indeed we're teaching. I've had 5 instructor trainers sign up in the last week, and 3 have been with me for 2 days and with me for another 2 days, all weekend, and I'm all next week instructor training. So people are learning, coming in and learning instructor training. So that's what I have been doing, CBT training. So very, very important, the CBT. And yeah, so keep asking those questions. Andy, every day is a school day. It certainly is, Andy. So the CBT, keep asking those questions. Keep firing them at me. And if I've got the answer, I can give you it. If I don't, I will find somebody that can. Is it better for people to use your bike? Yeah, we always recommend using our bikes. Use your own bike on a renewal. You do get it slightly cheaper. But anything post CBT, Simon, we will use our bikes. We don't want pupils using their own big bikes for tests. But CBT renewals, yes, we do. So yeah, what sort of bike? So 50cc for a 16-year-old and above. 125cc for a 17-year-old and above. And you need that valid CBT certificate. Now, at 16 years old, you can pass your CBT on a 50cc, and come 17, because your CBT is only a year old, you can get a 125 for another year. So the CBT will see you through 16 to 17. We don't recommend that though. Like, we don't recommend, what bike are you going to buy? Oh, I'm going to get a 125 geared bike. Okay, so I want to do CBT on an automatic. Why? If you're going to learn to ride on the bike you're going to be riding. But for some reason, and I think the law will and should change. I do support that. If you do a CBT on an automatic, you should only be able to ride an automatic. But again, that is the law. And, you know, being a law-abiding citizen, that is whatever. We don't agree with it, but we do it. Yes, so as I say, Graham, if you complete your CBT on a scooter, you can ride a geared, but I don't know why people choose to do that. So yeah, the law is you can, but we don't support it as instructors. Come on then, Figgle, what's your question, matey? Fire away. Do I need a provisional license to do a CBT on a 125 if I have a full car license? No, your full car license will have a motorcycle category on it, A, and you just need a CBT certificate to validate that provisional entitlement. So get your license out, make sure you got a category A on it, fan effect, and no, you don't need to get another license. Your full car license will, yeah, or should do. So just make sure you got category A, provisional entitlement, and a CBT will validate that. Back if it is from the A to some back, if it's a new star license, you should be all right. But check it. There were some licenses that didn't have it on, but yeah, just make sure you got category A and you'll be fine. Yeah. So what else with the CBT? You lose your CBT certificate. Did we say that? You've got to. I mean, we send it off electronically now, so the DVLA will have a record that you've done your CBT and completed it. But you don't need to carry your CBT certificate with you. keep it at home, somewhere safe. And if you do get pulled over by PC Plod, then you have 7 days to produce it. But if he was to check on the DVLA, it should be on there. That said, just to bore you a bit more, a CBT book, yeah, a CBT book has 25 CBTs in it. And yeah, some schools only do 25 CBTs in a year. Well, we do 25 CBTs in a week. So this will be full in a week's time, and we send it off and it gets updated. But if your school takes a year to fill out 25 CBTs and you've done it up here in January last year or whatever, then it's not going to be on the records until, because this gets sent off to the DVLA electronically when it's finished. So depending how busy your school is, then that will determine. But don't keep your CBT certificate with you. Keep it at home somewhere safe. If a 16-year-old on his CBT doing the road driving part on the scooter pulls out on a roundabout real close to a vehicle hitting him, what would you do? Well, you've got to be there to see it, to see how it how it affected the rider, how it affected the driver, and is it considered to be dangerous? Am I able to use that opportunity for the 16-year-old to learn? Is the 16-year-old still in control of his emotions? So, or has he broken down? Is he a risk to himself? Is he a risk to me? Lots of questions. I couldn't give you a definitive answer with that. I would need to be there at the time and judge it accordingly. So hope that helps. Ideally, screenshot your CBT certificate. Yeah. What else then with a CBT? So who can tell? Who's listening then? Who can tell me when it was introduced? So who can tell me when the CBT was introduced? Let's see how you. Yeah. Also, don't forget to pick up your helmet after you finish years later, and still remember my mess up log. Got all the way home and had to go back for it. Yeah. And they can be bloody expensive. 1993. That's not the right answer, Figgle. I'm sorry. I bought a new pair of Rucker gloves, and my next video is going to be a review on them. Anybody want to see a review on the Rucker boots? Then watch it. December 1990. I am planning on doing a DAS course as soon as I can after my CBT, but do you think it is better to get experience on motorbike? Well, you're absolutely right, spot on, Redfish, on 1990. Good man, December 1990. You're absolutely correct. 125, right. So have you done your CBT? Speak to your instructor, because we will tell you based on your ability, and we will say to you, Redfish, lovely rider, don't get a 125. You don't need to book in for your DAS. But other cases, we might say you would benefit from a 125. So everybody is different. So my advice to you would be, ask your instructor that's been with you all day. Okay. Yeah, another pair of gloves. Andy, get through them, mate. When you're a full-time instructor, you get through your gloves. And as you're only a part-time, you're not there yet. Wait, give it a little bit longer. When you get there, you will be getting a new pair of gloves, same as me every week. Google is a good thing these days. Yeah, what is it? There's a T-shirt going around, Jason, isn't it? something about your wife, and then a Google. Something about don't ask the wife, ask Google or something, or not. Anyway, something about that. Google. Google is the place to go. Would it not make sense to have an app for a CBT you can put on a phone like insurance apps? Yeah, well, I've been thinking about apps and stuff, but yeah, that's something maybe down the line, isn't it? Future. Yeah, so we've just hit, I might think we might have just hit a record viewers. Now, I don't know whether you can see how many viewers I've got on this at this moment, but I can see that we might be on the highest viewing. And that's good for a Friday night when the sun's shining. So what can I say? Thanks for joining. And please like the video. If you like the video, it gets spread around. Okay. Tonight's topic is a focus topic of CBT. So I've gone through it all. And I'm hoping that anybody that's thinking of a CBT, we do get a lot of viewers that are a bit unsure and a bit nervous. I'm hoping that the video will help you and put you at ease a bit more, and you have a bit of a better understanding of what is involved. Northeast Gaz, I have a CBT on Saturday next week on a manual as I want to learn and go for it. Yeah, that's the thing to do, mate. If you're going to go on and do your big bike license, start on a manual. Why do an auto? Start on a manual, get yourself, give yourself that head start. So good decision. Lex Moto OZ, good man. Get out, get your CBT, get out, get some practice. The answer to the question of the CBT. Yeah, the answer to the question of the CBT. What's the question, Jason? You can scan it. Steve, 32 in the chat. All right, yeah, 32. Yeah, it's gone down a bit now. We had 34. 34 is a record, I think. I have done a CBT and I'm having to resit due to COVID. I know it's been a pain, but there we are. We're all starting getting back to normal. Do you think a CBT should have a little theory test? Not at a price, Graham, no, because it will make people think twice about doing a CBT. What it is up to is ourselves as instructors to ensure the highway code session is thorough and geared to the individuals. So perhaps a 16-year-old, you talk about the theory or the highway code discussion a little bit different to the to a full road user, or generally would. But I think if you introduce some theory at a cost, that cost wouldn't want to be absorbed by the ATB, because you know the profit margins of an ATB are not brilliant anyway. So but if there is a price with a theory, then what effect would that have on the uptakes of a CBT, and would it encourage people to be riding on the roads without a CBT? So yeah, mixed views on that one. I always watch your videos, and on a CBT, does the instructor always take people on the roads and so on, as I'm a bit worried on spine roads? The answer to that, Northeast Gas, is no. An instructor will not always take somebody on the road if they are not safe. So it's a joint decision. Well, it's not a joint decision. Ultimately, it is the decision of the instructor. But it's a two-way discussion, and you know the instructor will only take you on the road if you are safe. So we've got 33 people watching again. Let's get that up to 40 if I want. I've got a special guest coming. If I can get to 40, I'll get that special guest on a bit quicker. So spread the word, please, ladies and gents. Share this video, like the video. Let's spread it a little bit further. If I can get up to 40 likes, I've got a special guest. Come on, you've got to get to 40 to get these special guests in. Keep up these good videos. Really do enjoy them. Thank you very much, Northeast. Glad the videos help, and trust you are subscribed to the channel. Richie MT09, I passed my bike test a couple of years ago, but I still like to go back and watch your vids. Great contact, thanks. Fantastic to hear. And I'm taking it by that username, you ride a Yamaha MT09. Was that your first bike after passing? And why did you go for the 09 and not the 07? Maybe you passed your test on the 07. Tell us more, Richie. Like the video, spread it. Let's get it up. 34 and rising. Let's get that special guest on. Quicker we get to 40, the quicker we get the special guest. And yeah, come on, 35. We're going. You're doing it. Come on, let's get to 40. So spread the word. 34 going back down again. Keep those questions coming. So anyway, who's going to tune in for my review? I've got these gloves. I won't go into too much detail, but I had my eye on them for a while. And then I had a pair of Gore-Tex ones, and I went out with Graham. We went out for a ride before the 29th, just because I've been on the bike for months. Thought we'd go out, 35 rides and keep going. So I went out and then my gloves, and they just, right, that's it. They've got to go into 37. Come on, let's have it. Come on. 38, we're nearly there. Special guest is ready. Special guest is itching to come on. So let's keep going. So yeah, love these gloves. Rucker, they are Rucker gloves. I'll do a review on them shortly. And yeah, really excited. I've not even worn them because I want to wait to wear them until I've done a review. CBT is tonight's topic: compulsory basic training. Everybody has to do one, and we've got some great bikes for CBTs. They're all electric starts to make it easier. And we've just taken delivery of some, or not, no, we've just ordered 2 more viewers, please, and the special guest will be here. We just ordered, and they're going to be with us shortly from MCO Motorbike. 40, there we go. Special guest, come on in. Come on in. Hey!
Hello,
Here
everyone.
he is. Introduce yourself. 42.
42. Hello, everyone. My name's Charlie.
Charlie, the
Charlie,
poodle.
you've probably spoken with me on the phone. I deal with all of the phone calls. I've been involved in the business 8 months now.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's on the phone. So when you phone up, speak to Charlie, and Charlie will book you in on your CBT. How many CBT bookings do you do, Charlie? Every day, is it?
Lots of CBTs every day.
Yeah.
Many inquiries, 10, 15 calls a day about CBTs.
Any funny questions people ask you? Not funny, I'm not funny, but the sort of questions that Charlie gets asked, and he's got the answers.
There's loads of questions that I get asked. Some of them Rob's already covered. Some of them are a bit more obscure, such as a lot. One of them that gets asked a lot is about the driver record.
Oh, driver record.
So people, when they book a CBT, they ask me, what do I need to bring with me on the day? I go, it's important you bring your driving license and a screenshot of your driver record. And majority of the time, the people question me, they go, what's my driver record? So
historically, people get confused with the driver record. 2 things that come out is they say, I've got an old paper part. No, it's not that. The paper part was abolished a few years ago now. But everybody that has a driving license has a driver record. And a driver record, people say, oh, I've not got a driver record. No, you might not have a record. As in, they think I've not got any endorsements and things. It's not that. But we need the driver record. So you go onto the DVLA Gov website, you put in your details, your license number and your postcode, and then you'll get your driver record. We just need to see all your categories and your points and stuff like that. And it's just the standard policy that we have. It's a bit like if you go to hire a car or they have access, they look at your driver record. Sometimes we get a little bit of a problem because some people, particularly 16-year-olds that want to do it on their birthday, and the mums and dad book up and they haven't got a national insurance number, so they can't access it. But you know, we can always phone up as well. But it is something that as a company we have a policy, and generally it's sorted at the time. So, but that's a thing Charlie gets a question on. Anything else, Charlie? What other sort of
yeah, so people ask me in terms of clothing.
Clothing,
they say to me, do I need to go out and buy my son a helmet or a jacket for my CBT? And the answer to that is no. We provide helmet, jacket, gloves and trousers. Now, so within the current, everything. But in the current time with COVID, we do recommend bringing your own helmets and gloves if you've got, but it's not a problem if you don't, because we provide.
We sort of conform with all the COVID stuff and everything. And
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I know one little story I heard. I don't know whether you heard about that one, but there's a picture floating about on our social media of our chief. We haven't got that picture, have we? You know the chief, and he's got his green mankini on. People say something. Do I wear me mankini? Have you had that one?
I've seen it. I think it needs to get reposted sometime.
No, you can't come and do your CBT with a green mankini.
No.
You do need to have, what's the minimum they could bring? Do they wear shorts? No.
No, they can't wear shorts for a CBT. To be honest, though, in the summer times when it's really, really hot weather, we do get some people asking, am I able to turn up in shorts? Can I turn up in trainers? It's still not allowed.
Yeah, I just want to come in and just mention, actually, because we're getting a few more views as well. But given the current COVID and stuff like that, so Charlie is not a guest, as in an outside. He actually lives in the same household as me. So even though he works for us, he lives in the same household. So we're not breaking any rules or anything like that, just in case we get anybody saying. So we are sort of COVID compliant.
COVID friendly, we are.
COVID friendly, yeah.
So in terms of that, it's important that for CBTs you are wearing. I tell all pupils that purchase CBTs, whether that's over the phone, on the website, they all get informed that it's denim jean trousers a minimum and ankle protected footwear. You don't want to be turning up for a CBT in shorts or tracksuit bottoms. You're not protected. If you fall off that bike, even if you're on a ped on a 50cc, even going at 20 miles an hour, you fall off that and you're in shorts, you're going to injure yourself.
Northeast Gaz has got a question for Charlie.
Yeah.
Is your driver record then on a provisional license?
Is your driving license?
It's not on it, is it? Well, you have to.
Are you talking about?
Gaz, the best thing is David, on all licenses, Gaz, but it's not on the license, is it? It's on the record.
No, so it's on the record.
You need to go on the
website.
The gov.website. website. Put in your license number, put in your national insurance number.
Correct.
And then you should get your driver record, shouldn't you?
Correct.
So it's all online.
If you do struggle, though, with that, I know what we are doing as well is bring your mobile phone with you on the day and the instructors can guide you through it and they can check it there. A screenshot is acceptable as well. So
Graham says flip-flops. Can you
flip-flops, Graham?
Flip-flops,
we get people coming in all sorts of things, but flip-flops aren't allowed for a CBT. It's not safe. You're not protected.
And there's another one. Hi, kind regards. Don't you guys think it's a little bit stupid that I cannot ride a bike more than 15 brake horsepower at 18? Well, it doesn't matter at 18. It could be 50. Lipinos. Anybody on a CBT that can ride a 125cc is limited to 14.6 brake horsepower. That's the law. So it's not just you at 18, mate. It's anybody else that older that is riding a 125 on a CBT.
But next year, buddy, you can then go in for your A2 license once you're 19, and then that brake horsepower will increase.
Yeah, where are you from? Lipinos.
Fire away those questions, guys.
Keep them questions going. 42. We have 44 just now.
We have.
Maybe they like the look of you.
What can I say?
So Charlie is AKA the poodle.
The boss over here, and this is my second in command.
It's the poodle. Charlie is AKA the poodle. United States. We've got somebody from the United States.
Come on.
Where about in the United States?
Is anyone further afield, though? Anyone further away than the United States?
That's going to be the furthest.
There was someone from India, though, on the last live.
Yeah,
I think anyone further afield than United States. On a CBT test, is it best to wear boots?
Alabama. We've got somebody from Alabama.
Wow, that's very good.
So like the video, Lipinos, because you might get a load more people from the United States, but fantastic. And thank you for joining us.
Northeast guys, on a CBT test, is it best to wear boots? So what I always recommend is something like ankle protected footwear, such as walking boots, hiking boots, but no steel toe caps. Do you want to explain?
Why not?
You want to explain why there's no steel toe caps?
Well, no. What do you tell them when they answer, when they phone up? Why not steel toe caps?
Because if you fall off your bike.
Yeah. Well, okay. So CBT steel toe caps, they're a bit heavy and a bit clumsy, and you can't feel. You've got less sensitivity. And the first thing people say, "Oh, wear me steel toe, we work boots." Yeah. Well, we don't advise it. The other thing is, this morning, it was a beautiful day today. It was really, really cold first thing. And steel toe caps, you can keep the cold, don't warm up unless your toes get very, very cold. And the other thing, it has been a very, very extreme cases that all your joints will bend, and in a road traffic accident involving a motorcyclist with steel toe caps, your toes, they've all got joints that bend. It has been known that the steel toe cap can bend and can cut your toes off. So we do not recommend steel toe caps for that reason. Great in the warehouse if something goes down on them like that, great, but not for riding motorbike. Don't recommend it.
That will all get explained to you though on your CBT as well.
Yeah, Jason's in Peel Green.
That's local, Peel Green.
Yeah, it's down the road. He lives down by Eccles, Jason.
Oh, I don't think I've met Jason.
Yeah, it's Jason.
Very nice. 41 views, guys. 31 likes. It's fantastic.
Keep it up.
Making a record.
Maybe you should join it more often. Maybe they like the look of Charlie. 43. What do you reckon they get 50 on?
I don't know. We need to push for that a little bit.
Maybe 45. Maybe we should have an incentive. So why don't we ask a question? Maybe ask a question based on the CBT, and then see if anybody, or maybe 3 questions, and maybe the first person to answer them all satisfactorily, we could maybe an incentive. Would that be breaching any rules from the YouTube? Would you be, maybe I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I need to have a look whether we could do a little competition.
Dave Smith.
I don't know whether I can, Lisa. I might break the rules of YouTube. I need to have a look at it, but I could come up with an incentive, couldn't I?
Dave Smith. I've always worn steel toe on my CBTs on my auto, but I guess you could have a nasty accident if your foot was run over.
Yes.
Absolutely. Figure, I went out
on an auto though, you wouldn't have the feeling issue, but you would on the gears because you can't put the steel toe cap underneath the gear lever or over it.
Correct. Figure, I went out to use the bikes this morning, saw the frost, turned around and went for the car. Good idea. Not recommended to use your bike in the frosty weather. You don't want to be falling off your bike, injuring yourself.
Don't think so. Lots to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure they do, but I just want to make sure I don't get myself into trouble because I would hate to think that we lose all of our hard work. 46 now.
Keep them coming.
I think if you were to, I think you could make it get up to 50. There's 47. Now that is our record.
That is a brilliant record. Considering it's only the third live.
48 now, and it's a Friday night, 7 o'clock. The weather's beautiful. So people could be out in the garden. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And please, if you've not done so, like the video, share the video. It really does help.
Lessus Nico, any tips for riding whilst it's raining, especially when you are on a roundabout?
Yes, don't lean too, get the speed under control. So roundabouts can be in built-up areas, industrial areas where a lot of oil and diesel petrol stations, roundabouts and stuff. But yeah, in the wet, just ease it off. Take it steady. Get your speed under control. And on a roundabout, make sure you're in the right gear. Make sure you're in the right gear and you're not braking on the roundabout. Leave your brakes alone. I've got a great video, which if you're on a CBT, I wouldn't probably recommend it. But, you don't want to lean too much, so I straight line if it's... but that's a bit further down the road for you. But yeah, leave your brakes alone on a roundabout and get your speed under control is what I would say.
I remember doing my very first CBT 5 years ago when I was 16. And then I did it again 2 years later because your CBT expires every 2 years. Did it again when I was 18. I loved it. I know for a fact that that was the first time on my bike. It was a thrill. It was a rush. The adrenaline was going. It was a great.
49.
Knowing I was going out on the road and I was only 16 in the open.
Hey, I've got my CBT put for Tuesday. Paul, welcome, Paul Newton. Got my CBT put on for Tuesday. What's the most common mistakes to not pass? So is it a pass or a fail?
It's not a pass or a fail. It's a course of safety.
Safety.
It's all about safety. RJH pride themselves in safety.
So you don't fail.
You just get asked to come back for more training. You're just not at a standard needed to be issued your certificate.
Good man. So,
49, one more viewer, and then we've hit the 50.
If you're a car driver, Paul, the road would be good. But yeah, just relax, enjoy it. Show your instructor you are learning. Show your instructor you are safe.
I'm up in Scotland and it's getting a bit cold to take the bike out. Can imagine it's cold up there in Scotland.
But there's no such thing as bad weather. But there is such thing as bad gear.
Very true.
Yeah. So get yourself some decent gear. J&S have got a shop up in Scotland.
They do.
Have they?
Yes, they've
Whereabouts
got
in Scotland is it?
I think it's in
Dundee, was it, or something like that, or Carlisle, or something somewhere.
somewhere.
Get yourself into J&S and get yourself some decent gear, Figgle. You don't let the weather put you off. Get some good gear. One more like, please, folks. We've got up to 49 there, so they're teasing us with 50 viewers, Charlie boy.
We've just been on for an hour now. An hour in. Any more questions?
Well,
fire them away.
Break, finished, roll on, 11 p.m. The joys of working for the NHS. Ah, well done, Northeast Gaz.
Thanks for all your work, Northeast Gaz.
Thanks for joining,
Appreciate
mate.
it.
And join us again next week.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
That's where it is.
J&S in Aberdeen. Get yourself in there, speak to the lads, and they'll look after you.
Just need your instructor.
Good man, Andy. That's it. Your instructor. Got some sound advice.
The instructors are there for your benefit, for your safety. They want more bikers on the road.
What can you tell him there, Afzal?
I want to become motorbike instructor. 50!
Well done.
Come on. Thank you, everybody, for your support.
Fantastic.
A nice landmark there for myself and Rob.
Yeah, that's good, is it?
That's very good. But it's because of me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, and that'd be 100 if you weren't on it.
If I wasn't. So, yes, Afzal Gori, you want to become an instructor? Give myself a call. Charlie, my number's on the website. I can guide you in the correct direction to becoming an instructor.
What does he need to do?
What does he need to do to become an instructor? You need to have held your full motorbike license for 3 years. Three. And you need to be above 21 years old. And most importantly, have a passion for motorbikes. If you've got a passion for motorbikes, then motorbike instructing could be for you. Now, we want the best instructors. So we don't settle for anything below the best. So if you're looking to become an instructor, have a chat with myself. Come and speak to the management. Speak to Rob. See what you're about. And we can take it from there, Afzal Gori. You're from Luton. Wow. So
can you pass me? They are Apollo. Rucker Apollo. J&S. Get them on the website. 179.99. J&S.
Richie MT09, I phoned you around Christmas about being an instructor. Name doesn't ring a bell, Richie. Give me another call, buddy, and I can help you out and guide you in the right direction. Fanfec. Fire you up 50. Quality. Can we go higher than 50? This is excellent. Really good support. Remember, like, subscribe, share the video.
49.
This is brilliant. Thank you for all your support.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Stay on if we've got the views.
Stay on, we got the views, absolutely. Anyone else from where you are in the UK or around the world? We've got someone from Alabama in the US. Anyone else from anywhere? Europe, America, Africa. Jane, hi. Got my snood, thanks. Good, Jane. Good.
What?
The RJH neck tube. Afzal Gori, don't call me today because I'm on the live, buddy. I won't be able to answer you. Give me a call tomorrow. I'm office-based tomorrow. So anytime tomorrow, you can give me a call.
What do you charge for them?
£4.99 for these RJH neck tubes.
Postage.
Free postage. Bargain. Support your small local businesses. Richie, yep. Hold your license for another year, buddy. Once you've had it for 3, get in contact with me.
Andrew Watkins is
Lee, and I'm with you tomorrow morning for my DAS. Andrew, yes, you're on your DAS. I remember speaking to you. How are you, buddy? You okay? We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for your DAS. Simon, you're down in Stoke. Have you got your full bike license, Simon? If not, you know where we are. Jane, you live in Edinburgh. Jane was on the last live as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, I posted this. Posted
that to Jave, yeah. That's where I remember Jane.
She brought it on while we were on the video. She purchased a neck tube.
Fantastic.
Is she happy with it?
I don't know, Jane. Are you happy with your neck tube?
Has she worn it?
I hope so.
Actually, you got a photo back up to 50 again.
Fantastic. Any more questions about the CBT that you want to know?
How many times can I take the CBT?
It's a very good question. Well, you've got to renew it every 2 years.
So how many can I do?
That's a very good question. I don't have the answer for that.
There's no.
It's unlimited, isn't
You can
it?
do as many as you want.
There's a few people on our books at the moment that have renewed it 5 times with us. So over a 10-year period, every 2 years they come and renew it.
Yeah.
Some people are fine to just commute to work and back on a 125. They don't necessarily want to go on and get the full bike license.
No. How many people will be with me on my CBT?
You'll be paired with up to 3 other people.
3?
3.
On the road?
Nope. So an instructor throughout the day for the training purposes and classroom talk can have up to 4 pupils. But on a road ride, if there's 4 of you on one day together, there'll need to be 2 instructors for the road ride. As you know from Rob speaking earlier, the road ride's 2 hours. And 2 instructors need to take you out on the roads. So one instructor with 2 pupils for the road ride.
Right. So one instructor can do 4 on the yard.
Correct.
But not on the road.
Correct.
Only 2.
Not worn it yet, Jane. Out on my new Vulcan. Make sure you get it worn on your Vulcan.
Do you not make that, is?
Is it a Yamaha Vulcan?
No.
Well, you can tell I'm not a biker, can't you?
It's a Kawasaki.
Kawasaki Vulcan. I should have known that.
Yeah, it's a Kawasaki Vulcan.
Should have
There
known.
might be somebody here phoning you.
Potentially, but I'm on the live. I don't want to leave all my viewers. We need to get that. Come on, we need to get it up.
You need to come on, crack a few jokes or something. What interesting questions do you get asked?
Figol, I had a guy say to me after he had his CBT for the first 2 years, then the next CBT, it only lasts for a year. Is that true? No, Figol, that is incorrect. 2 years. The day you do your CBT and get your certificate, it is valid for 2 years up until that date. So if you get your CBT today, on the 2nd of April 2021, you need to renew it by the 2nd of April 2023.
And then 2 years again.
And then 2nd of April 2025, etc., etc. I hope that helped, Figol.
And what about people say, can I take my dad on the back because he's got a full bike license and stuff like that?
Nope. A CBT, as Rob said earlier, you are not allowed to take anyone on the back of your bike. You can't carry a passenger and you can't go on the motorway. And L plates must be displayed clearly front and rear. Yeah. Not just front, or you will get pulled over.
Yeah,
front and rear.
Yeah. Back up again, 38.
It's good.
Can the CBT ever be withdrawn after it has been issued?
That's a great question.
Well, I suppose the authorities could do, yeah. If you could get
drink driving,
yeah, you could get banned and stuff like that, yeah. So you're still a road user, which you need to abide by the law.
Yeah.
But the school itself, no, I don't think I've never been aware that a school could ever. I don't quite sure why a school would want to withdraw a CBT, but yeah, I'm sure the authorities could, Stephen. Yeah,
good evening, Gary. How are you, buddy? You well?
Gary, where's Gary from then? He's not been on before, I don't think. If you top up 6 points and your license revoked as a new rider and have to reapply for a provisional as a CBT style valid for the new provisional. So if you tot up 6 points and your license is revoked as a new rider and have to reapply for a provisional, yeah, then your CBT would, your CBT, if it's still within the 2 years, I believe, would be valid, yeah. But if it expired, then yeah, you would need to do a new one, yeah. Does a ban cancel a CBT? If you're banned, yes, you would be. It would cancel it. Another story, CBT instructor took me out with 2 other. No, so that's the sort of horror story. So I say, so if I can teach 4 people on the yard,
2 pupils to 1 instructor,
I can only take 2 on the road. Yeah,
correct.
So that's the sort of thing, Dave, that would flag up if
the
if the ATB was to be reported, it would get flagged up to investigation, because they should legally only take 2.
Gary from Suffolk. How have you found about us, Gary? You watching our YouTube videos?
Back up to 40 again.
Good, good. Ben, what's the best approach when you're worried about your CBT instructor's patience?
Ooh,
good question.
Well, your instructor should be patient. So if your instructor's not patient, then he's not the instructor for you.
Correct. I know a lot of people on their CBTs might be their first time riding a bike, so it's important that your instructor is patient and can be there for your needs.
So will my CBT certificate be held on the police data bank if I get pulled over? It'll be held on the DV. So we send all of our completed books to the DVSA, which then the DVLA get noticed. So the police would be able to have access to whether you hold a CBT or not. But as I said, it's 25 in a book. So depending how busy the school is, will depend when they submit that information. So it might not be up to date. But, you have nothing to worry about if you've completed your CBT. Keep it at home. You've got nothing to worry about.
Got my category A license with you guys 6 months ago. First time pass on both tests.
Well, I had been instructor smack me around the head. Well, that's physical assault, Dave. So speak to the ATB owner. That's not good, mate.
The 21st Sergeant. Got my category A license with you 6 months ago. First time pass on both tests. Absolutely fantastic instructing at every turn. Thanks, Louise. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. First time passes.
Yeah, what's Louis' surname, I wonder? As a complete novice rider. But what's your surname, Lewis?
As a complete novice rider, but very experienced car driver, should I get a 125 to get some experience?
Listen to your instructor. If your instructor says so, do so. If your instructor says no, book a course. Listen to your instructor. We get a lot that will do. Just get your course done.
Every pupil goes at different paces. Some may require more training. Some might be very confident and can go straight for the direct access. There are a few vloggers like Spicy who
I follow him, Spicy. Yes, he's very good.
Is it worth watching his videos as well?
Yeah, just listen. Anything, learn. Take what you want from it. Take what you want from it. But with our videos, they are live footage. So our videos are live footage of learners doing the CBT, whereas Spicy is Partridge. Yeah, that name rings a bell. Nice to see you, fella. Glad you're enjoying the bike. You need to, so our videos are live, pupils, but you watch them, take from it what you need.
Yeah, Ben, you're saying that your friends, that the instructor was clearly getting annoyed because they weren't picking things up. Some people just can't master a CBT with the gear change or whatever it may be. It's imperative the instructors are patient and understanding.
You need patient instructors, otherwise you don't want to. I think we're all very, very good. All of our instructors are good.
Very patient. And as well, if it's your first time on a bike, that could set your experience off for the rest of your life. If you have a bad first time experience, you may never want to get on a bike again. Whereas if your first time CBT experience is good and positive, it'll set you on your way for the rest of your life.
And I always think as well, I've been using it recently with a few pupils, is that anybody that wants to do a CBT, it's the first experience of getting on 2 wheels.
Correct.
So we need that experience, and our aim, it always has been, our aim on our website is to introduce our company aim. I'll just get it up it's on the homepage of the website actually. Our aim is to introduce, and this is from day one, from day one of starting the company in 2003, this mission statement was our aim. Our aim is to introduce you to an exciting experience in motorcycling, offering the safest standard of training available and always measuring ways in improving on the service we offer. And that isn't something we just worked up and brought. That is from 2003 when I started the school. Because the way I look at it is I'm introducing you onto 2 wheels for my school. Yeah, we run a business and that's what we do. And we get great satisfaction out of doing that. But we are a business. That said, we recognise very much that you coming into two wheels as your first experience, you know, we've got the dealerships that want to be selling you bikes. So you've got the brands, the Yamahas, the Suzukis, and all of the brands, Triumphs, Ducati, whatever it is, all the motorbike brands. And then you've got all the clothing. So there's all these businesses that we support, and they support us because we are the first person that gets you on two wheels. And if we get that experience right, then you could have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of being in the industry. And if we get that wrong, it's gone, because you won't. And 50 years of the industry, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
We are the first.
First port of call.
We are the first.
Gary, watching our videos, you passed. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. I'm glad our videos can help you. We have people all around the world watching our videos.
Have to have the patience of a saint as a trainee instructor with Rob role playing. Yeah, well, what can I do? I've been doing that for the last 2 days. I'm doing it, Andy, all next week. So I'm getting better at it.
Is the gentleman from Atlanta still on?
What time is it in Alabama?
Is it Alabama?
Alabama.
Oh, sorry, Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
Alabama. They're 7 hours behind, aren't they, in America, I
Don't
think.
know. Anybody know how far Alabama is in front of us or behind us?
I think they're 7 hours behind.
7 hours.
So their CBTs could be going ahead right now, if you think about it.
No, do they do a CBT in Alabama?
I don't know. Do Americans have CBTs?
No, I don't think so.
Not too
There's
sure.
certain states in America that don't have to wear a helmet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, certain states in America.
Minus 6 hours. So they could probably be on the road right now in America, if you think about it.
No, they don't do a CBT in America. They do different. So minus 6 hours. So in Alabama, it's going to be 2 o'clock.
So, yeah, on the road ride, if there were CBTs going ahead.
It's going to be 2:15.
I have my CBT book for next visit. Have you got that book with us, Ben? Or somewhere else in the country? $40 viewers. It's still staying high, and an hour and 16 minutes into the
so what
live.
did we top at? 50?
50, maybe 51, I think. But it's great. We really appreciate your support. So keep liking, subscribing, sharing. It really makes a big difference.
You need questions, don't you?
We want more questions. Fire away.
That's it.
Fire away with your questions.
So when are you going to do your CBT again, Charlie?
Well, I'm going to plan on doing my A2 license, I think, next.
I don't think your mum would let you.
It's okay. I'm 21 now. I'll be moving out soon, so I can make my own decisions.
When are you moving out? Can I pack your suitcase? Where's your suitcase? Let me pack it.
No, but
I'll take your suitcase for you.
I want to do my A2 license.
I'll tell you what, our food shopping bill will go right down when you go.
Robert, we're talking about CBTs, not food.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. So I'm 21, so I fall into the category of my A2 license. So between the ages of 19 and 24. Ben lives in Brighton.
Nice to join us, Ben.
Ben, you could travel all the way up to Manchester if you want to do your CBT. We'd even give you a free neck tube. Stephen, can you see the CBT getting more intensive in the future?
I like that. Rob got plans for his new man cave when you do move out.
No. Stephen, can you see the CBT getting more intensive in the future?
It's not changed since 1990.
But listen, with riders on the road these days, cars, HGV lorries, it's crazy out there. So potentially something might change in the future. Figol, in the States, they do a training thing that lasts 2 days
in a car park. All right.
Oh, wow. Interesting, Figol.
Don't know much about how they do it in America, but I watched a few of their videos. Have you seen those ones where they're big Harleys and they go around all the little cones and stuff? Have you seen that?
No, never seen that. Fire away some more questions, everyone. 42 viewers on. It's fantastic.
Would you like 50 again?
I'd like 50.
So how are you going to get 50? You need the likes to go up.
We need the likes.
More likes and shares. 41. There you go.
41. It's good. Any more questions for us? Anything to do with CBT? The discussion and topic tonight is CBT related.
Do I have to pay if I fail, if I don't get through?
So with us at RJH, if you aren't at a required standard on your CBT day, you've not failed, you'll be asked to come back for some more training. Now, if you're asked to come back for some more training, usually it isn't free. No. Usually it's an hour on the training yard and then a 2-hour road ride, as that is the minimum you have to do. Now, that is £30 an hour. So 30 times 3, if you do the maths correctly, it equals £90. And that is to get your certificate, which is valid for 2 years. Figol, look into Moto.
No, I'm on his channel, Figol. Mujitsu, yeah, I do follow him. He's a nice chap. I do follow him.
With HGVs, you hang back, allow them plenty of room, Dave. Absolutely. You don't want to get in the blind spot with them. Absolutely not.
4 hours on a CBT.
4 hours. TBT.
Well, you've got 2 hours on the road.
And then your classroom and your yacht.
How long was he on the road? TBT.
Was it just a 20-minute road ride, TBT?
Where's your CBT in 4 hours?
Wow. Maybe a Guinness World Record.
Redfish, do you use pinlock visors? Absolutely. Instructors wear pinlock visors, without a doubt. Yeah, and we always encourage people, pay a little bit more, get a pinlock. Yeah. Pass the CBT in 4 hours. That's interesting, isn't it?
Hi, Sylv.
Hey, Sylvia.
Sylvia's on. 43 views. Thank you guys for staying and your loyalty. We very much appreciate it.
What's Sylvia? She's the commander, is it, or something? Or sorry.
Sylvia is the sergeant.
Sergeant.
Sylvia.
Sylvia, a.k.a. Sergeant.
The Wigan and Northwich Centre Manager.
Charlie is a.k.a.
Director.
Poodle. What's Andy?
Andy is...
Have we got him one?
The assistant.
No, Redfish, we don't use pinlocks on students. But when we recommend the student going and buying a helmet, 44 again, we always recommend getting a pinlock.
Cayman, can I rebook my CBT? It's on the 6th, but I've recently got a new job, and in that day on my CBT. Are you doing it with us, Cayman? If so, give me a call tomorrow, buddy. I will see what I can do for you.
So what we need is a nickname for Andy.
We'll have to come up with something. We'll think of something for him.
What,
Ben, when looking through the highway code, I know each part is as important as another, but what kind of basic understanding must you have before attending CBT?
Traffic lights,
road signs.
Road signs.
That's a common question that people usually ask me.
But it's not a test, is it?
It's not a test. So I usually say to them, download some apps and go through the highway code. Look at all the things we've just mentioned, and that will give you an advantage before you come along for your CBT. Andy, there's no nickname for you yet. There will be soon.
Yes, thank you. Can you please tell me the number? Did you not get a text, confirmation text? Or
you should have got a confirmation text, Cayman. If you haven't, my number's on the website. Just have a look on the website and give me a bell tomorrow, buddy. Handy Andy. I like that one, Redfish. Lisa Simpson. Any suggestions for nicknames for our trainee instructors? Any suggestions, guys?
Well, we've got a few training instructors now. So John, well, they're not trainees. The new ones, as in the new ones that have just come on.
Trainee ones currently training with us.
So we've got Terry.
We've got Terence. We've got Kenneth. We've got Nicholas. We've got Gordon. We've got Stephen Blewett.
Andrew.
Ben, I hope my instructors are as nice as you guys. I'm not actually an instructor. Robert over here is an instructor. Charlie
is in the booking office.
I deal with all the bookings.
And I'm one of the instructors, as a load of others on here, but we're all right. Yeah.
Let us know how it goes next Friday on the live, Ben. Tell us how your CBT went, buddy. Dave, we need to have a chat to Charlie. How far roughly out of town are your centres, as I'd need B&B to use you? We can help you out. We can put you in contact with some local B&Bs. Are you looking to get your full bike licence? If so, buddy, give us a call. I can help you out.
Where's Dave? Leicestershire, was he?
Where are you from, Dave?
Scotland, or is it Leicestershire?
Yeah, somewhere up there. Figol, Butters McG. What does that mean?
Butters McG.
Is that past my era?
Andy, is it a nickname for Andy? Butters, don't know.
41 views still, 43, an hour and 25 in. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. Simon, how are you guys managing the COVID requirements? So yeah, we've got hand sanitizer. We ask everyone on confirmation text when they book a CBT and direct access to arrive with a mask upon entry, otherwise you're not allowed in. We have got is it Pyrex gloves?
Yeah.
Pyrex gloves,
yeah.
which you wear under your motorbike gloves. You wear a hairnet under your helmet, and we've got wipes to wipe down helmets, jackets, gloves, the surfaces, and all of that. So
recommend you bring in your own stuff where
correct.
possible.
We are COVID friendly for the safety of our instructors, but also you guys as well. Newbury, Berkshire, looking for A2 Auto.
A2 Auto. That's the you need to
give us a call tomorrow, Dave.
A2 Auto. We don't do A2 Auto.
We do A2 licenses,
but not auto.
So give us a call.
It's like the Bergman, isn't it? It's
yeah,
Bergman.
Yeah.
Very limited schools that do that.
We can see what we can do though for you.
Mm. Yeah, and we've actually, Andy, got new classrooms arriving before the end of the month. So we're doubling our size of our classrooms, aren't we?
But also as well, introducing 3 new electric bikes to the fleet.
Yeah.
So they will be good to use for the CBTs, as that is the way forwards. Cayman, I recently as well insured my brand new bike, and it's £200 a month. Is that expensive for a new rider?
Age of you, style of
postcode.
Bike, postcode. I mean, what's that? £2,500 a year if it's your first insurance as well. It's probably, I wouldn't say it's overly expensive, but it'll only come down, won't it?
Redfish, how many schools do you have, and any near Scotland? So we've got 3: Eccles, Northwich, and Wigan. Wigan will be opening up in May. So anyone that's in the Wigan area, give me a call. We'll get you booked in. We've not got any in Scotland at the moment, but if you want to find me a patch of land, me and Rob will happily come up to Scotland and see what we can do.
Penthouse.
Be a nice penthouse in Eccles.
Yeah. We can find you a nice penthouse, Andy.
Dan, hi, can I book a CBT on a car driving license? Yep, you can. Rob mentioned this earlier on at the start of the video. If you've got a full UK car driver's license, even a provisional driving license, you can still do your CBT.
Should have the motorcycle, category on your license.
I'm 18 and it's Lexo Moto 125.
Yeah.
So your age came in as well, buddy. Doesn't work in your favour. Because you're not experienced on the road, they use that to their advantage, the insurance companies, and increase your monthly rates. Dave, gears an issue or have been in a car? My insurance is 184 a year with 9 years, no claims. Wow.
Yeah,
that is expensive.
Yeah. Car insurance, £184 a year. That's not expensive.
Oh, a year? Oh, I thought he said a month.
No, that's a year.
A year.
That's good.
Wow.
Have a bit of that, wouldn't you?
I would have a bit of that, absolutely.
38, gone down.
It's going down, but it's fluctuating.
It is. So we'll stay on for another half an hour.
Another half an hour. So fire away some questions, guys. Anything CBT related? 37 likes as well. That must be a record. Fantastic.
It is good, that, isn't it?
Did you talk about Element D and E?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's he driving? A Renault Clio?
Nothing wrong with the Renault Clio. I used to have one of them.
You did, the black one. I remember it.
Yeah, I did. I used to teach people in that little Renault Clio. Lovely little car.
Berwick upon Tweed. A
good spot for a training.
Where is Berwick upon Tweed?
That sounds north.
I've never heard of that.
Berwick sounds north.
How do you get to do a CBT for a 600cc?
You don't, do you?
You don't. A 600cc, you would have to be going in for your full Category A license.
Or A2. How old is he?
How old are you?
Borders in the east.
Cayman said to us he's 18, didn't he?
18, so A2. So a 600 has to be restricted.
Or next year.
He's got to do a CBT and then do his...
Correct. Or next year you can go for your A2.
Yeah.
Borders in the east, Darren.
Dave Smith, in one of my jobs, new recruits are called
Wombles. Andy Davis, the Womble.
Andy the Womble.
Andy the Womble.
Wimbledon, Wimbledon.
Redfish, 5 miles on the Scottish border of the East Coast.
Wombles of Wimbledon. Wombles of Wimbledon. You don't remember that?
Womble.
Oh, you're too young, aren't you?
I'm too young. I'm only
Wombles,
20.
I love it. Orinoco. Orinoco.
Yes, Lisa, Orinoco.
What were the Wombos called?
A boom, boom.
Wombles.
39 views. Remember, guys, like, subscribe, share the video. Really does help. We love doing these lives.
So the Wombles, let's have a look. Orinoco, Wellington, Tobermory, Tomsk, and Madame Cholet.
So Andy,
You're too young.
I'm too young. Way past my time, unfortunately. Love the YouTube channel. Been watching all the tips for CBT on your guys. Fantastic. Make sure you like those videos, Cayman. And I'm glad they help you. I hope you enjoy your CBT.
Yeah. Orinoco.
Is there any more questions relating to a CBT?
Well, what should we do next week? There's I think the topic is help tonight.
Yeah.
Having a topic. So maybe we could do one.
Maybe some suggestions from the viewers.
Yeah.
Any suggestions for next week's topic?
Next Friday's live feed, should we look at A1 discussion, A2?
Full category A license.
Is there a specialist subject? Do I have to be nervous? Most people are nervous, Liam, but once you get there and meet the guys, mate, you'll relax. It's normal, and your instructors know how to deal with nerves. So, am I going to jump on the bike? Catch you guys later. Figal!
Nice to see you, Figal.
All the best, mate.
Keep well, buddy.
Thanks for joining us.
No, Lisa, we won't be doing a live in our mankinis. Liam, is it easy, a CBT?
If you try and enjoy it.
You've got to just relax and enjoy it. Listen to your instructors' information and advice and just go with it. If you make a mistake, don't worry. That's what you're there to do. The instructors will pick up on it and help you and guide you through it.
As long as you're safe.
Correct. It's all about safety, the CBT. Show the instructor you're safe and you've got a good understanding. You won't have a problem, buddy. Redfish, thanks for all your help. Much appreciated. Our pleasure, Redfish. Keep well, buddy.
Nice to see you, mate.
See you later. Do it in order. A2, then A. Some people prefer to just wait until they're 24 to do their full category A license, rather than doing the A2 and then having to do their mod 1 and mod 2 again. Liam, how about the highway code? How old are you, Liam, buddy? And whereabouts are you?
If he's 16, you might this one.
Yeah.
And when's the CBT?
Tell us some more. Is there any project here from cycles?
Nope, nothing. Nope. But electric is coming the way. There's no
electric is the way forward.
There's no. The bikes were excluded.
Even amount of viewers as there is likes.
Yeah, bikes were excluded, so there's no time frame on the bikes. I'm sure it'll come, but bikes are seen as environmentally friendly anyway.
Correct.
But we've just taken. We just ordered some electric bikes. So next month, 10% of our bike fleet will be electric, and I can see over the next 5 years that growing. So it's happening.
Liam is 22 from Ipswich. Are you a car driver, Liam? If you're a car driver, you should already have a base highway code knowledge. But don't worry, buddy. Just go with it. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, Darren, how about a good beginner's gear guide, like clothing and stuff?
Clothing, that's a good idea, Darren.
So Liam's not a car driver, so he's not really. So you get a highway code.
You need to get a highway code book, download some apps, or go on the internet and
basic stuff,
signs, roundabouts, traffic lights, etc. Watch our YouTube channel. What
about using your own bike for CBT? More on renewal.
That's a renewal if you're using your own bike, yes.
Could you use it if you've not ridden? Would recommend it. You'd recommend ours, wouldn't you?
We would recommend using one of our bikes. It's a lot easier, makes the process easier. And it's included in the price as well, as is your equipment hire.
Are the electric bikes at the moment
They are
Yes,
auto.
at
Dave,
the
the electric bikes are auto at the moment. And we're starting off with the 50s.
But we will get geared, I'm sure. in
Once,
due
as
course.
years progress and we see what the industry's like, it will progress. What do the electric bike volts hold?
Don't know.
It's a good question, Cayman.
Good question. Leave it with me. Might be able to get you the answer, might not. But
Can everyone on here advise how they came across this live? Yeah, tell us how you found out about it. We're very, very grateful. We've still got 38 views on after an hour and a half. Paul, have you got a good video on changing gears, as all the videos I've seen aren't that good?
I think we have got a video on the YouTube channel. Have a look and let me know. I'm sure we have got one.
If we don't, we can always get one.
If we haven't got one, I can get one done. It's not a problem.
Yep.
So have a look. Let me know.
Nick, what does my wife, who is 50, have to do to ride a 600 plus cc? She's got to get her full category A license, Nick. Now that consists of different training and tests that she's got to go through. But if you want to look on the website for my number, I'm Charlie. Give me a call tomorrow. I'm office based and I can certainly walk you through the process from very start to very finish. Simon, I'm subscribed to the channel. It was on my homepage as a live. Fantastic, Simon. We need more people like you.
48 volt.
48 volt is that?
Potent 48 volt, 1000 watt rear hub motor.
Fantastic.
Powered by a 48 volt 20 AH. What does that stand for? Lithium battery.
Hope that helps.
48 volt 1000 watt rear hub motor powered by 48 volt to a 20 AH lithium battery.
So if you had a large electric bike, I could get my bike A license that way.
Good question. Should be, yeah.
Should be able to. I don't see a reason why not.
It's all very new for us at the moment, Dave. And we're just sort of really at the very much the entry level at the moment of the 50cc. So that answer, I would say it's a good possibility, but won't be at the moment for us.
Keep firing away those questions, everyone. 43 people still online. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for your support.
41 again. Gone over 40.
It's brilliant.
Yes, just gone over to 40.
Any more suggestions for next week's live video?
Oh, Aaron, coasting. When coming to a stop, good or bad, we don't recommend coasting. Aaron, ABC, accelerator, brakes, clutch. Always try and use your brakes to slow down before bringing your clutch in. Yeah, because on two wheels, you've got control problems and stuff can cause skidding, speeding up in extreme circumstances.
Ben,
so, yes.
Thank you for subscribing, buddy. I appreciate it very much.
Good man, Ben.
The viewers like again. Charlie. No, we're a team. There is no I in team.
Some of the zero EV bikes you can ride on CBT are around the same power level as a 400cc bike from what I've seen on the reviews. Whoa, I don't think so. But I'd like to see a little EV. Well, that'd be a 125 then, wouldn't it? Same power as a 400cc. Not sure whether I would go with that one, Johnny, Simon.
Dave, it goes by KW, not CCS for electric bikes.
Higher KW.
Higher equivalent to CC. I've looked into electric routes a lot.
Right,
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, right, good. Yeah, anything
Thanks,
like
Dave.
that, we will take that on board. We will take it on board. 39 again. Stephen Roberts. Any tips for picking up a 125C if it has fallen over? Is there a good way?
It's always
tips for picking up a 125. Yeah, well, bend your legs and don't hurt your back. I've seen videos about picking up, but we could do another. But write it down.
Picking up a bike.
Is that your phone?
Maybe someone on the live trying to call me.
It's the other one, yeah. So we could do a video for picking a bike up because there is a technique. But you want to do it obviously safely. Think of your back, yeah. So you don't want to be hurting your back. So yeah, I could certainly have a look at doing a video. I'd have to drop a bike though, wouldn't I? Have to put one of our bikes down on its side.
Sacrifice one of our bikes.
I could lie it down, not so it don't scratch it. Let me leave it with me, Stephen. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, well done, Sylvia. So everybody, Sylvia, she is one of our instructors over in Northwich. She was centre manager in Northwich and over in Wigan. So Aaron coasting. Any questions bike related? Well, Sylvia there, she can answer you.
Also, I'm picking up a 600. I'll make a note of that, Stephen.
Also, I'm picking up a 600. Yeah, we'll try picking up a 1200. Yeah, that is a challenge. Walking it back, I think, is the best technique for bigger bikes. Get your back into it. Yeah, crouch down, get your back in it, get the handlebar, get the thing. Yeah, that's it. I've seen some people though. They start the bike. It's lied down, a big bike. They start it up and put it in gear, and they ride it up. Right, I've seen that. Yeah, wow. Get a bit of traction and ride it up. I've seen that. Why do you need to check your mirrors before you signal? Never can understand that. Well, you check your mirrors before you signal because you want to see what's behind you and you want to see what effect the indicator is going to have on the road user behind, if any. Looking behind you and you can see somebody behind. If I'm on a major road into a minor, I'm going down, it's a 60-mile-an-hour road and I can see the junction ahead. I'm going to check my mirrors before I signal because I might put my signal on a lot earlier to warn the vehicle behind and then he'll back off because my signal is not only telling people where I'm going, it's a warning of what I'm intending to do. So very, very important you are aware what's behind you. Mirrors are important. I get it all the time. You look in your mirrors too much. You look into mirrors, but I don't look in my mirrors too much. I like to know what's going on behind me. Very important. Good question, Aaron.
MSM, good, mirror signal maneuver.
Yes, very good question, Paul. But you need to have an understanding of what's behind you. And the only way you can do that is by looking in your mirrors. Okay? Mirror signal maneuver.
That's what I learned on my CBT.
A good topic would also be on how to put a big bike onto a centre stand.
Big bike onto a centre stand. Noted.
I could do, yeah. Got my bikes. My 1000 CB. What is it? Mine on the CB
1000.
CBF 1000 GT. Quite a big bike. I can get that up onto a centre stand. I can do that. I can video that. That's a perfect explanation. Thank you. You're welcome, Paul. Any questions like that, mate? Send them over because it's a very, very valid question.
20 minutes to go, guys. Just under. Fire away your questions.
38.
38 views still. Bad. Fantastic. Keep it coming.
Is my water gone?
My water's also gone.
Sylvia, Regional Director Charlie. No.
Sylvia, you've got it spot on.
Poodle.
Regional
Charlie,
Director.
AKA Poodle. We always get the one dislike. I'll get the hate mail later. I'll get the keyboard warrior later telling me what he thinks of my live video. So if he's watching, comment away. Don't be shy and message me personally. Comment away.
Ellen Bebro, parking your bike on a steep hill. Noted.
Okay, and saying there, is it hard to push your bike around? Well, it would be hard, Caden, if your tyres were not inflated correctly, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
But if your tyres, it's not too hard, is it? A big bike. It's a technique.
Correct. And you also get taught this on your CBT, how to safely push your bike around.
And on Module 1, you do.
And on Module 1, correct.
Yeah. But if it's heavy, the chances are your tyres are under-inflated.
Dave, your gentlemen have earned your dinner tonight.
I know.
I love to have 3 dinners a night, Dave.
I've had my dinner. I might have.
We'll treat ourselves to something after this.
I might have something else.
We deserve it.
If Dave says we can have tea, then we're going to have tea.
Correct. We listen to Dave, not Lisa.
We like Dave.
Absolutely. Dave, you can come for a coffee after COVID.
He's very polite as well. He calls us gentlemen.
Correct.
Isn't he?
But if he knew us, would he call us gentlemen?
Rob, you're wonderful. I have nothing but respect and great advice from you. Much better. Dave, you're a good man. And what I'd say is get Charlie, you sort you out, get yourself here, and we'll look after you, mate. But you do keep watching the videos and commenting like you do.
Stephen, another topic, pulling away on a steep hill on a big bike. Yeah, that's what Ellen has suggested. I have noted it down.
Hill start.
Yep, I've written things down.
I have got one on the YouTube of a hill start, but they're only 125s on a CBT. But there is a hill start one.
Right.
So if you do the good explanation, so these are good because we'll get Graham and Sylvia onto them as well.
Have you seen what Fanfek has just said? Should Charlie get a pay rise? He's now the regional director. Nope. I work here because I care. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I care about the business.
No, but you're a regional poodle.
No, Robert, it's the director. You know this
You
now.
got to keep him in his place. He has a high centre of gravity, makes it more difficult, but impossible. So it all depends on the bike. With the right technique, any bike is easy to push. Andy, yeah.
Paul, sorry if this is a bad question, but I need to get it out. Do you rev and release clutch at the same time, or do you do one and then the other? It's not a silly question. No question silly, but Rob will be able to answer that for you.
So is
Paul.
this moving off? Sorry if this is about, but I need to get out of you. Do you rev and release clutch at the same time? So just introduce a little bit of revs, Paul. If you're moving away from a standstill, yeah, just above tick over and just a little bit of revs, not too much. Thickness of a pound coin. Find your bike point, yeah, and release. Now, more revs, more clutch. You're going to go faster, aren't you? So nice and steady. So it's a combination of the two. Little bit of revs, ease the clutch out gently. Now, when you change, if you're going up your gears and everything, so you're changing gear, you've got your speed set, you're going to go up a gear, roll your throttle off, disengage, and then engage your clutch and a little bit of throttle at the same time. It's all about using it smoothly. So practice it. But yeah, valid question. Hope that helps.
Yes, Dave, give us a call on Thursday, buddy. We'll have a nice conversation. One Piranha 1. Sorry if you've answered this already, lads, but how long, if any, is the waiting time to book a CBT? Yeah, as you can imagine.
CBT test, though, not a test.
CBT is not a test. One Piranha 1. CBT is a course of safety.
Schools would vary.
Schools would
Area
vary.
would vary.
Correct. Whereabouts are you, buddy? Because I know our waiting time at the moment is about 2.5 weeks, unless cancellations pop up, which they do.
But we do them every day.
Every day, there's at least 3 CBTs across each of our sites going on. Ben, how many revs roughly should you need to pull away in first?
Every bike is different. If it's ticking over at what, 1,000 revs, 1,250 revs, maybe 2,000 revs. On a Kawasaki Z125 today, it's moving away just above tick over, 2,000 revs. Listen to it. Just above tick over, listen to it. So different bikes would vary, but listen to it just above tick over. Try your 2,000 revs.
Who is it? Ben had a great question. No, sorry, Stephen. Another topic, riding with a pillion for the first time.
Smaller. Bearing in mind, riding a pillion passenger, so you're going to have to think a bit differently. Make sure that your rider, who you're taking on the back, understands what you're expected of them. Riding a pillion passenger for the first time, yeah, but don't let them get on the bike. Always say to them, get on when I'm ready. We've got Graham on our YouTube has done pillion passenger questions that you're going to be asked at a test centre. There's 3 or 4 different questions, you know, and then riding with the pillion passenger, telling them to lean with you, not against. There's so much, it's quite a lot there, Stephen. So have a look on our YouTube. But I would always say for the first time, get somebody a bit smaller. I can remember taking somebody on my bike 17.5 stone. Oh my goodness me, that was stressful.
One Piranha 1.
And I gave it a full fistful. I gave it a load of bloody gas like that at a junction, and the bleeding bike wouldn't go.
Yeah. One Piranha 1, North Manchester. Right, well, we've got a site in Eccles that is ideal for you. If you go to our website, www.rjhgroup.co.uk, find my number, give me a call tomorrow, and I will see what I can do and get you booked in with the earliest available CBT slot. Lisa, I remember my first time as your pillion, you kept saying, stop fidgeting, my bum was killing.
Yeah, so your passenger needs to keep still, because any slight movement and it throws you off balance. So the smaller, and get used to it.
40 viewers still, an hour and 50 minutes in. Absolutely fantastic.
41.
Thank you so much for your continued support, everyone.
Yeah, 41.
It's absolutely brilliant. I think world record this, isn't it?
It's the best one. Well, this is the 3rd one, remember?
Yeah, but it's all world record.
But it is the best one that we've done so far, yes. That is correct.
Andy Davis. I mean, Andy. Is it Andy Womble? What is it? Womble Andy?
Well, we need to let Graham decide.
Andy the Womble. I'm 14 stone and I have my brother on the back of my 600 Bandit, and he's 17 stone. Wow.
17 stone.
So yeah, 31 stone
31 stone.
On a bike.
That's what I was like when I carried something.
Wow.
And the bike wouldn't go. And it was a big bike as well. It was a 650. It was a DeVille at the time. And I had, he was 17.5 stone. What was I? About 13 or 14 stone. I know, look, we're famous. About 13 or 14 stone. So suddenly it was like 30 stone. And that bike had to go to Halifax. I can remember at Bloody Junction. And I tried to go and the thing wouldn't go. It was gutless. And then once you got going, oh my God, it was like I was up there. The wheel was in the air almost. And then trying to stop, that bike just would not stop. Oh my God.
Can imagine.
There's a dislike there.
Any more questions then?
What you got? About another 10 minutes.
44 viewers.
So we're going to stay for another 10 minutes unless we can get 50. If you get a 50 again, would you stay on another 10 minutes?
I would stay. If we get a 50, I'd stay on another 10 minutes if needed.
Do that then. If we get a 50 again, so like the video, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, share it, like it. Let's get up to 50 and we'll stay on another 10 minutes.
A. Jackson, evening. Kenny here on the other halves comp.
Kenny. Hello, Kenny. Kenny is day 2, completed 2 days with me on instructor training in Northwich. So Kenny is just getting into instructor training. He's signed up for our workshop, instructor training workshop. Thanks for joining us, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. Can you do a video on filling up the bike?
Yeah, well, filling up the bike because petrol caps are all different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Petrol caps, and one of our we don't let anybody put the keys into the ignitions because the keys get bent. In fact, I noticed a key today in Northwich is bent, brand new bike, and the key's bent.
Yeah. Because
if you don't know how it works, and in there.
Dave,
so, yeah, good question. We can get onto that.
What's the best number or centre to get you on, Lord Charlie? That's a first. I've never had that before. Thank you, Dave.
I think Lisa put your phone number up there.
Lord, yeah, my contact number's on there, Dave, but it's also on the website. So it's down there. It's in the comments.
There we are. Call Charlie on, but not tomorrow now, isn't it?
Tomorrow, yeah. It's food time and bedtime for me after this live.
Yes, Andy, on one of the new Z125s.
Kenny, you're busy studying. That's what we like to hear, buddy.
Another one asking about an app.
Do you have apps for Mod 1 and Mod 2?
No. We've got a good
YouTube
apps. Channel.
Yeah.
Are you a subscriber to our YouTube channel, Melanie?
Where are you based,
actually,
Melanie?
And you. So
45.
Lots on here, Melanie, of Module 1 and 2 and direct access exercises and stuff. So get yourself watching. No, it's not the ignition, Andy. It's the petrol cap. It's the petrol cap that they tend to do the bending of the key. Appointments in Runcorn.
Runcorn?
Yeah.
That's not far from our Northwich site, isn't it?
You can come down to us in Northwich, will be your nearest, Melanie. I think we actually had a cancellation for tomorrow.
We've got a cancellation tomorrow for a CBT.
If you want a CBT for tomorrow, Melanie, book it on the website or phone Charlie. Text him, he can sort it out. But we actually have a CBT cancellation come up in Northwich tomorrow. It just went up to 47 then.
47, wow.
So Melanie's in Runcorn. What's that, about 20 minutes away?
20 minutes from Northwich. Not far at all.
Too much force and not pressing it, Andy. Wondering why the key won't turn. And they are very thin keys.
An hour and 53.
43 again. You got 7 minutes.
7 minutes to hit 50. So keep subscribing, and sharing.
If we hit 50,
we'll stay on another 10 minutes.
If not, then it's time to.
It's time to go to the fridge.
Dave said we could have tea.
Dave gave us permission.
Oh,
I passed my CBT. Was wondering about Mod 1
straight away.
Straight away, Melanie. Come down to the Northwich site tomorrow if you're free, or alternatively give me a call and we can talk you through.
Northwich site yet because it's not really open, is it? we can train, but the shop's not.
Yeah.
Probably best.
Probably best to give me a call then, Melanie. Give me a call tomorrow if you would like. I think Lisa's posted my number in the chat, and I can talk you through the process. 48 likes.
48. They want us to stay.
It's fantastic.
They want us to stay.
Richard.
Hey, Richard. Good man.
Hi, Richard. How you doing, buddy?
You can always play it back, Richard.
Melanie had a taster session with Sylvia and passed. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
So
did you do your CBT with us?
Why didn't Melanie do a CBT with us?
I don't know. Have a beer. You deserve it.
Not had beer for 2 years.
2 years. Rob's not drank any, and myself as well.
In June, I've had 2 years teetotal, Dave. So I've given it up. I don't have.
You don't miss it, do you?
No, not
at
now.
all.
No. I mean, I was never really a beer drinker. It was more red wine was my, or Guinness.
Guinness. You like the Guinness?
Red wine or Guinness. But no, not had any for 2 years, Dave. Richard. Did Richard get the video? Did you see the POM video, Richard? That was requested by yourself, which was a moving off slowly at an angle, or moving off slowly using the back brake to stabilize. Because Richard passed last year with us, but he was moving away, and it just just getting away from him a little bit. So I gave him some tips to control that bike on moving off using an acronym called POM.
Richard, yes, that was helpful. Been practicing today.
Good man. So
spot on, Richard.
We got there. It took a little while, but we got there eventually.
5 minutes left of the stream, guys. Has anyone got any questions? Anything they want to know?
5 minutes.
It's been a fantastic live. We've hit our record. We've written down some requests you guys have had for specific videos, which I'm sure we'll get onto in the near future. Dave, I like a pint.
You don't know what snake bite is.
Snake bite. Sounds like some sort of venom.
It's lager and no, it's not. It's cider and what was the name? It was blackcurrant or something back in the day, because it used to not
pass my era. Unfortunately,
it used to blow your socks off. Snake bite.
The topic was CBTs. We're now talking about snake bite.
From it traditionally is made with lager and cider, yeah, and a dash of black currants. That was it.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Lager, cider, black. But it used to knock as a youngster. It used to knock your socks off, blow your socks off.
Melanie, I booked in Runcorn with an instructor here already, but we'll do DAS with yourselves as I'm 56 now. Yeah,
right. Good age, 56, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Hey, good age.
I had a gentleman call me up the other week.
Yes.
He's 71.
Graham, yeah, cider and lager with a dash of black currant. That's what we used to grow up with, snake bite.
Martin, saw the Eccles one training today on way past. Fantastic. Have you got your full bike license, Martin?
Simon is, prior to going full license, is there any other training courses after CBT? Module 1, theory test, Module 1, Module 2.
Correct.
So actually, that's a really good one. We could do the process.
Getting your full bike license.
CBT, so that could be another topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saw the Eccles one training today on way past. Fantastic. Busy today, Eccles, Martin.
Woodley 88. When CBT start up again, as my son wants to do it.
They've
started already, Woodley. Give me a call tomorrow, buddy. I will get your son booked in as soon as we can. Now, there is a cancellation tomorrow for our Northwich branch if you would be interested.
Richard's asking there, a tip for you on your lessons, perhaps during lessons. I have never done a refuel. Had to learn when my tank was empty. Yeah, we tend to stay away from that, Richard, because we get a lot of bent keys and stuff like that. But we've got another suggestion, which we're going to do a video on petrol caps, because they're different ones are different. And I know the Kawasaki, as you know, the Kawasaki keys are very, very thin. So you need to be very gentle. But yeah, so we'll have a look at that.
One Piranha 1. Do you have to do a theory before CBT? The answer is no. Yes, CBT, you don't need to do a theory test. You only need a theory test when you go on to get your full motorbike license.
Yeah, we've got a couple of minutes. We're on 44.
44 viewers still. That's fantastic.
Do you have to do a theory before a CBT? No. I like explanations on what comes next after CB last year and done theory in Feb. Thanks to Sylvia's brill. Great.
Fantastic.
Module 1 and Module 2, isn't it? Everything's on the YouTube channel, Melanie. You've got to do a module. You've done your CBT and you've done your theory, so you're ready. You need to do a module 1 test and a module 2 test. Module 1 test is on the training yard or facility, training facility. A multi-purpose test center, you do all the maneuvers. Module 2 is the road test.
A 40-minute road ride.
Yeah. Going up to 46. They're teasing me again.
They're teasing me. There's 50 seconds left and they're teasing me.
46. Can you get to 50? Come on, we get up to 50 and we will stay on for another 10 minutes.
Dave, been practicing theory, averaging 50 out of 50 recently. Good man, Dave.
Well, that's a pass.
That is a pass.
What's the hazard perception?
Graham, I will see you in the morning with your CBT book, Chief.
Yep, so I think we're looking at going, ladies and gents. Once again, thank you very much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Hope the video helps those that are thinking of a CBT. And yeah, you can always message furthermore afterwards. So thanks for coming on. Thanks for liking the video. And if you're not already yet, again, subscribe to the channel. But for now, good night from me.
And it's good night from me.
All the best.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
See you soon. Bye-bye.